All right, Trojan fans, welcome to today's ball game between the Briar Chargers and the Dakota State University Trojans here at the Fieldhouse in Madison, South Dakota. We are 1 minute away from tip-off, and as we prepare for the introduction of the starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem, and we have an honorary captain for today's ball game that we will wait a second and introduce to you as that occurs. So we are getting ready to go here. These two teams met earlier this year, and we're going to take a break right now for the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the women's basketball contest between the Briar Chargers and your Dakota State Trojans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, can you please rise as we honor America with the singing or the playing of our national anthem.
And with the completion of the national anthem, we will now have the introduction of the starting lineups for both teams. As I was in the process of saying there, these two teams met earlier this year at the Cattlemen's Classic at Seward, Nebraska, with the Chargers coming out on top in that ball game in a game that saw them take a lead, build it into a pretty good lead, and then saw a furious comeback by the Trojans. So the two teams are having a lot of success in their preseason play. Briar right now is 8-3 on the season and 6-2 in conference play, whereas the Trojans are 8-4 overall with a 0-1 record in North Star action. So your starting lineups for the Chargers: number 5, Connor Sudman; number 10, Peyton Winger; number 11, Peyton Slaughter; number 12, Kagan Held; and number 14, Madeline Deichler. The Trojans are beginning their announcement right now. The Chargers are coached by Brian Ortmeyer. And for those of you Trojan fans, remember Brian was an assistant coach here at Dakota State a few years back and went on to have a very successful career coaching in multiple junior colleges before taking over the reins of the Briar program this last year. So this is year number 1 for him, and his Chargers are off to a great start and are currently ranked number 22 in the country in the latest NAIA national polls. For the Trojans, they are going to start number 3, Courtney Menning at the point position. Courtney is a senior out of Corsica, South Dakota, and a 5'8" guard from Corsica Stickney High School. At the other guard spot is Morgan Huber, number 31. Morgan is a sophomore out of Alexandria, South Dakota, a 5'7" guard who played at Hanson High School. And as you look out on the floor there, you'll see that the honorary captain for tonight's ball game is none other than Santa Claus. So we appreciate Santa coming down from the North Pole to say hi to the Trojans and to support them tonight. And now back to our starting lineups. At the other guard position is number 25, Lily Mackley. Lily is a sophomore, 6-footer out of Stillwater, Minnesota, and she played at Hill Murray High School. At the other forward spot, number 14, Savannah Walsdorf. Savannah is a junior, 6 foot out of Kyle, Wisconsin, and Kyle High School. And the starting at the center spot is Elsie Asleason, and Elsie is a 6'1" senior out of Howard, South Dakota, who played 1 year at Concordia, Nebraska, and then transferred to DSU. And now back to live action here. Walsdorf with the ball, penetrating, kicking it off on the backside. Chargers got a hand on it, it's up in the air. Mackley comes down with it. Shot clock is down to 2, and she passes off to Asleason in the middle, and Asleason scores the first basket for the ball game. Trojans are in their 2-2-1 full court press. Chargers having a little problem with it at half court. Get it across now. Pretty close to the 10-second violation there. Going to be a kick out. Going to reset the offense now. Get into their 1-3-1 set. Take on the 2-3 zone that the Trojans play. Ball's down on the baseline. Penetration is 2 left on the shot clock. Offensive rebound on the miss. And Asleason grabs the rebound. Kick out. Walsdorf on the left side. She's going to take it to the hole. Gets cut off there nicely by the Charger defense. Connor Sudman with that defense. Kick out for the 3, and that basket is good by Courtney Menning. So Courtney gets her first basket of the ball game, and Trojans go up 5-0. Running the offense for Briar Cliff, Caitlin Dyer. Passes over to Sydney Fick. Now goes inside of that high post area, kick back out. Shot fake on the 3, penetration, layoff, and that is going to be a push foul against Lily Mackley. Lily's first foul of the ball game. Tough position. Chargers cut in front of it, got a great position, and Mackley was just forced to foul it to keep from giving up an easy bucket. Ball goes back inside to Dyer, and she hits the little 5-foot jumper. Asleason bringing the ball down the floor now for the Trojans, going to get set. Goes over to Waldorf. Waldorf crosses over, goes strong to the hole, and it's knocked loose at the last second. Subs coming into the ball game right now. Sydney Fick. Sydney is a junior, 6-footer out of Beaver Creek, Minnesota, and Beaver Creek High School. And the other one is Olivia Ritter, and Olivia is from T, South Dakota. Spent a year at Dordt College and then or Dordt University, and then transferred over here to play for the Trojans now. All right, Chargers going to inbound it. 2-2 pro-on press is set up. Trap wasn't effective there. Chargers handle it pretty easily. Get down and they get their offense set. And there's a steal by Walsdorf. Picked off that, jumped into the passing lane, picked off that pass. Savannah has great anticipation and great length. And then she finishes it off with a coast-to-coast layup for the Trojans, putting them up by 5 at 7-2. Ritter with pressure there over the top. Chargers are going to attack, and they're going to lay it off there and get a bucket for number 14, Madeline Deichler. Nice assist on that pass, on that penetration, and then kick down to the baseline for a strong finish by Deichler. All right, Trojans are going to throw it inside to Fick. Fick's going to take a couple of dribbles to the right, kick it back out to Menning. Menning's going to dribble. She's going to kick it back out on the left baseline, and that 3 is good by Lily Mackley. So the Trojans have started off well, shooting the 3-pointer today. And there's penetration, and she takes it all the way to the hole. Peyton Wingert. And now the steal by Connor Sudman. Connor's going to pull up, shoot a little 4-footer, doesn't bounce for her, hits the back of the rim, comes out. Coming down the right side now, Mackley going to slow it up, get the offense set up. Ball goes over there to Menning. Menning's being pressured heavily there by Slaughter for the Chargers. Penetrates, kicks it out, going to swing it around. Got some dribble penetration by Walsdorf. She turns around and kicks it back out to Ritter. A lot of dribbling here. Ritter's going to turn around, and she's going to hit the little 10-footer there. Dribble penetrates to the left, stops, reverse pivots, and hits the jumper. Another nice penetration and kick there. Great penetration by Sudman, and she lays it off for another easy layup. 12-8, Trojans are up by 4. Mackley is attacking on the offensive end, and that shot is going to be blocked by Sudman out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Trojans. So we've got some new people in the game. Caitlin Dyer is in here. Caitlin is out of Morfettville, South Australia, and she's inbounding the ball at the time. Gets it inside, and they are going to get it to Slattery. Kick out, offensive rebound, and there is another three-pointer for the Trojans, and that one's good by Dyer. So again, nice start in shooting from the three-point line. Trojans are 3 for 3. There's another penetration, but Sydney Fick gets the block on that one. So that one stops a point-blank layup. Waldorf coming down, penetrates into 6 foot, lays it off to Fick. Sydney isn't able to finish the little 3-footer there. Chargers are attacking on the other end. Penetration all the way to the hole, and a little missed layup on that. Tough shot. Contested well. We're going to end up with a jump ball there. Dyer penetrates in, and the Chargers are able to get their hands on that. So both teams now are subbing pretty regularly. The pace is pretty fast for both squads. All right, inbounding again. Dyer on the baseline. Comes inbounds to Asleason. She's going to put it on the dribble, right hand dribble, pivots, ends up going up for the shot and is fouled. It's going to be a shooting foul, and the foul goes against Madeline Deichler, and that is her first foul. Asleason at the free throw line gets the first one, and the Trojans have now doubled up the Chargers at 16-8. And that one bounces in and bounces out, but Huber gets the rebound, passes off to Asleason, breaking down the lane, and Asleason gets the bucket. So the Trojans end up with a three-point play. There's a cross-court pass. It is almost picked off by Angela Slattery. Angela was laying in wait for that pass to come across court. And Brian Ortman right now has decided he needs to talk to his Charger squad a little bit and get them calmed down a little right now. They're putting some passes up that he probably would like them not to. So at this time, we'd like to say thanks to a couple of our sponsors. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card are proud sponsors of Trojan Athletics. For all of your financial needs, choose a company that's locally grown and nationally known. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, investing in you. We also would like to say thank you to its partner, Sunshine Foods, for its commitment to serve the grocery needs of Madison and the local area. Basketball action is going to continue this week with 2 ball games, and then there will be no games until after the Christmas break. The Trojan women are going to be on the road on Tuesday night, and they're going to take on number 15 nationally ranked Northwestern College out of Orange City, Iowa. Always a great contest between these two squads. They really like to get up and down the floor, so lots of excitement. If you're not able to make it to the ball game will be live streamed. So tune in and watch the ladies with a 6 o'clock tip-off. The men's team will be hosting Morningside on Tuesday in a 7 o'clock battle. And again, this will be the last ball games before Christmas, and then their teams will return to action in that period between Christmas break and the New Year's Eve. All right, Trojans have got the ball. Slattery makes it drives, kicks it out to Huber. Not a clean handle on that, so Morgan wasn't able to get a shot off. There's Slattery on the drive, but it's going to be a charge called on her. So we've got Madeline Deichler stands in there and takes the charge, ends that possession. Ball inbounds, press is set up for the Trojans. Chargers are attacking it with a 2-1-2 set, and the ball goes into the middle to Sudman and ends up being tied up. Possession arrow is going to be Charger ball. So the Trojans have had some success with the press so far. Caused one turnover, gotten a jump ball and another one. And there is another strong drive by Deichler. And that is Madeline's 6th point of the ball game. She leads the leads the Chargers in scoring right now. Sydney Fick is going to come back into the ball game and give Asleason a break in the single post set that Coach David Moe runs with the Trojans. Here comes a cut there. Get the ball into Fick at about 4 foot from the basket. She kicks it back out, back into Fick, and that is knocked loose by Deichler again. So Madeline has been very active, both the offensive and the defensive end. There's a nice rebound by Savannah Walsdorf. Used her length to just go up over the top of the Charger and pull the board down. All right, it's going to be Charger ball here. The dead ball turnover. So that is the 4th turnover for the Trojans. That is one of the points that they'll want to cut down a little bit on it. Other than that, they've been doing a nice job of shooting. They're 70% from the field goal. They're 100% 3 for 3 from the three-point line, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So the skip pass goes over to Lily Mackley, and Mackley is not successful with that 3-point possession or 3-point shot. Chargers are set up back again with their 1-3. No, switch now to a 1-4 high set. Enter into the low post, then there's dribble penetration and kick out, and off that backside, that is a 3-point basket for Cadence Davis. And that is her first basket of the night. And the Chargers pull to within 5. Trojans had it up to a 10-point lead at 18-8, and now the game is back to 5-point, but answering back there is Courtney Menning with a long 3. Penetration again, kick out, knock loose, Chargers pick it up again, penetration into the middle, and that basket is successful by Kagan Held. So a couple of offensive boards there for the Chargers, and they've been able to convert those into baskets. There's a backdoor cut by Walsdorf, and Walsdorf lays it up and in. Nice assist by Menning. Two were on the same page there and made a great play out of the backdoor cut. Trap still rolling there. Now the Trojans will back off and come back into their 2-3 zone. And there's going to be another long 3, not successful this time by Davis. Ball comes to the left side. Oh, entry pass into Fick is turnover on Menning there as Cadence Davis turns around and steals that entry pass. There's penetration. There's a kick. Back to the pot. They're reversing it quick. Ball over in Sudman's hands right now. She skipped past it to the other side, and that shot is successful by Lauren Kelly. I'm sorry, by Josie Condon. And she hits her first 3 of the night, and we're back to a 5-point ball game, 18-23 for the Trojans. Walsdorf, penetration into the middle, turns around, puts it off the glass, it rolls out, and that rebound comes out to Condon for the Chargers. Entry pass into the high post, back out to Condon. She fakes a 3-point shot. Sudman steps outside, and she's not going to be successful, but there's an offensive rebound. Offensive rebound by Peyton Wingert, and she is going to go to the free throw line. I believe, no, they are not going to call it a shooting foul. So Contact occurred before Peyton was able to get the shot off, and Chargers will have it on the baseline. Ball comes out deep to Held. Swings it over to the left side, dribble penetration, and that block is by Asleason on the pull-up jumper. Trojans are on the run now. Comes back, kick out. Walsdorf has it, crosses over. She's going to kick it back out to Olivia Ritter, who misses the three. And some great hustle by Elsie Asleason, but she is not able to control the ball, and the Chargers will end up with it on the possession. So we have 12.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Chargers bringing the ball down for the last shot of the quarter. In their 1-4 high set, looking inside for penetration. There's the kick out. And Chargers are going to get called for stepping out of bounds. Cadence Davis drove the baseline. Got a bump a little bit off balance that caused her to step on the out of bounds line and force the turnover. So we finished the first quarter with the Trojans leading 23-18. Trojans have had some good individual news here in the last couple of weeks with national honors for some of its athletes. Cody Brown is named NAIA Football All-American Honorable Mention this year. Cody is a sophomore from Madison, South Dakota, plays defensive tackle, and anchors a very solid defensive line for the Trojans that dominated most teams in the North Star Conference this year. So congratulations to Cody Brown, who led the team with 16 and a half tackles for loss and was the leading sack man for the Trojans with 9 quarterback sacks. Congratulations, Cody, on an outstanding season and for your honorable mention All-American award. The athletic department at DSU is proud to honor its partner, Lake County International, Case IH, as a leader in agriculture and their contributions to farmers. And keep your mortgage payments local. CU Mortgage Direct offers local mortgage servicing. Contact Amanda Paulai at CU Mortgage Direct for all of your home loan needs at 605-556-0229. And we are back to action with the start of the second quarter. There's a dribble penetration and a reverse layup for Angela Slattery. And Angela picks up her first bucket of the evening. Trojans pick up the pressure. They've got the Chargers in a little bit of trouble. And there's Slattery steps in and gets the ball. But that drive is thwarted by Kagan Held. Kagan at the last minute reached in, was able to knock it loose and allow the Chargers to get back and play 5-on-5 defense off of the penetration. Reverse layup this time by Slattery is not successful. Chargers are running the floor, and here they come. And that dribble drive by Madeline Deichler is going to draw a foul on Asleason. That is Elsie's first foul of the ball game, and it sends Madeline to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Chargers were quick in attacking the Trojans before they could get that defense set and ended up in a 3-on-2 situation, and Madeline converts the first free throw. And there's the second one. So Madeline now has 8 points for the ball game and leads the Chargers in scoring. Trojans push it down. Got Walsdorf with the ball. She's going to dribble across the lane, going to bring it back, and she's going to put up a running left-hander. It's not successful, but Asleason grabs the offensive board and puts it back in. Chargers are attacking the press again. Penetration through the middle, kicks it back out. Now it's going to be reversed over quick. Trojans are able to get back and get their defense set, shut down any opportunities there that the Chargers had in transition. Ball's going to come outside, and there's going to be a 3-point attempt by Peyton Slaughter that is not successful for the Chargers. Walsdorf on the attack now. Pulls up her dribble. Comes out to Slattery at the top. She's going to kick it out. Walsdorf's got the three on the baseline, and she nails it. And that is Walsdorf's 7th point of the ball game. Got some good balance for the Trojans with their scoring so far. There's penetration that's pass into the middle that Slattery picks off. And Asleason kicks it out to Olivia Ritter. And Olivia takes it to the hole and is going to the free throw line. Looks like the foul is on Connor Sudman, number 5. And that's going to be Connor's first foul of the ball game. Ritter is at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Trojans right now have not been to the free throw line. Actually, neither team has been to the free throw line much. Chargers are 2 for 2. The Trojans are 1 for 2. So very well played defensive game. Neither team is reaching. Neither team is making mistakes while putting a lot of pressure on both squads. So Ritter hits her first free throw. And the second one is good. And that opens up an 11-point lead for the Trojans, their biggest lead of the ball game at 31-20. 8:06 remaining, Chargers inbound. They've got their 2-1-2 set up for the press attack, and that ball goes sailing. Picked off by Mackley. Mackley's going to take it to the hole, and she is going to lay it up with a running right-handed layup. Pressured up again. Trojans are starting to feel a little more confidence, a little more aggressiveness with their press. Chargers handle it well. They've got it inside, and it goes to Connor Sudman for the free throw line jumper that Connor is able to put in. And we're going to have a charging foul on Mackley. Lily penetrated in and kicked the ball out. Wasn't really making a scoring attempt, but Chargers stood in there, and they took their second charge of the night. That is the 7th turnover for the Trojans tonight. I'm sorry, this afternoon. It's not nighttime yet. So Mackley's going to come out of the ball game. Long pass down for the Chargers. And there's the pull-up jumper, and it's good by Madeline Deichler. And she is the first player on the floor in double figures tonight with 10 points. Manning brings it down. Got kickoff. Kickoff there to Savannah Walsdorf, where Savannah tries to go diagonal with a pass to Sydney Fick that goes out of bounds. And Coach Mo is going to take a 30-second timeout here to regroup the team as those turnovers are starting to pile up, and that is number 8 for the Trojans. DSU Athletics is proud to partner with Sanford Health, extending our thanks for their outstanding health services as they offer to our community and region. At Midco, we're here to cheer alongside you and to support your connected left with the most reliable internet, cable TV, and home security services around. Ready to go, Midco? Let's go. All right, 30-second timeout is over. Coach Mo has had his talk with the team, and the Chargers now are going to bring the ball up the floor, trailing by 10, 34-24. Pass goes over the top of the Trojan defense to Sudman. Sudman kicks it out, and now the Chargers are ready to reset their offense. Ball goes down to the baseline. There's a cut by Sudman, and she is not able to finish that off. So ball goes into the low left corner. Sudman cuts hard to the hole, and they're able to feed it to her. Walsdorf dribbles down to the baseline and gets trapped down there and is able to get it out. Quick reversal, nice entry pass by Huber, and that basket is by Sydney Fick. So nice ball reversal and a great entry pass by Huber. Slaughter handles the pressure there, or handles the press well, goes into the paint, and Sudman with the little 6-foot jump shot. And that is her 6th point of the ball game. All right, coming off of a high screen and roll there. Ball's swung over to Huber. Huber's going to take the long three, and she hits it. Trojans are 6 of 8 from the three-point line for 75%. All right, Chargers get it inside of their high post. Sudman's going to put it down on the floor. There's a handoff and some penetration, and that foul is going to go against Fick.
Fouls on number 11 for the Trojans, Sydney Fick. Her second.
Going to the free throw line will be Peyton Winger for the Chargers. Winger is a 6-foot senior out of Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. Her first free throw is good. So the Chargers continue their streak at the free throw line. They are perfect 3 for 3. With Peyton's second one on the way, and it's good as well. So 4 for 4 for the Chargers from the free throw line. Both teams are shooting awfully well in this ball game, even though the pressure of the defense is either causing a turnover or seems to be giving up an easier shot. Slattery goes for the long one there, and it's not successful. Chargers are out and running. Trojans get back and get their defense set. And now we have the ball going. There's another long three by the Chargers, and getting an inside rebound is Slaughter. Slaughter kicks it back out to Deichler, and she ends up missing. And we're going to have a foul on Peyton Slaughter as she goes for another offensive board. So that is team foul number 2 on the Chargers. Only 3 fouls for the Trojans. So as I said earlier, this has been a very well played game by both squads. Both of them are disciplined teams, keep their hands to themselves and make you earn every shot. All right. Got the ball coming inside there to Mackley. Mackley's going to lay it off to Asleason. Asleason tries the left footer or left-hander from about 4 foot, and it comes up a little short. And down at the other end, we've got a three-pointer there by Connor Sudman. 3 for 8 from the three-point line for the Chargers, so they are picking up their three-point shooting a little bit as we get into the second quarter. There's a kick out, shot fake. And that ball is in and out, but Mackley rebounds it, kicks it back out to Huber, and Huber hits the three-pointer. Trojans are up 42-31. And Huber picks up her 6th point. There's a little 14-foot jumper by Sudman again. I'm sorry, Deichler. Deichler, and Chargers have had a lot of success at entering that high post and taking a dribble and getting that little 12, 14-foot mid-range jumper. So Trojans are going to need to try and contain that high post entry a little bit. Huber gets a wide open look from the 3, and it hits the front of the rim, hits the back, and just rolls off for her. Penetration there, offensive rebound. That offensive rebound is by Wingert, and she is going to be fouled by Asleason. So the Chargers have really started aggressively attacking the offensive boards and have seen some success out of it, not only with offensive boards, but getting to the free throw line as the Trojans end up falling in the out of balance position that you're usually in when you give up an offensive rebound. First free throw for Wingert is good. Peyton goes to the free throw line for the second, and that one falls out, and ending the streak of 5 free throws in a row by the Chargers. All right, we've got Benning coming down, kicks it out to Walsdorf. Walsdorf's going to take the dribble penetration. She's going to find Mike and Vincent in the paint. And Vincent's shot rolls out and scramble for the ball, and on the jump ball it is going to be Chargers ball. Caitlin Dyer is coming back into the game, and she's going to give Courtney Menning a rest at the point guard position. Chargers, again, running out of that 1-3-1 set. Ball goes into the high post. She takes her dribble, gets caught in the paint, able to kick it back out. Now it's down in the corner to Deichler. And shot is missed, and we have a rebound for Lily Mackley, and we've got a foul on the Chargers. Trying to get two hands on the ball there and cause a jump ball. So I still haven't seen the indication of who the foul is on for the Chargers, but it will be team foul, I believe team foul number 3 for them. Now the Chargers are going to get set up with some pressure. Struggling a little bit there, but able to get it out. Ball comes down to the left. Savannah Walsdorf has a nice feed inside to Sydney Fick, and Fick is going to get fouled and go to the free throw line for 2. That foul is on Peyton Wingert, and that is Peyton's first of the ball game. Fick is at the free throw line, and her first free throw there is good. Trojans are now 4 for 5, shooting 80% from the free throw line. Both teams are shooting very well. Both teams are now 5 of 6 from the free throw line, so do not want to put either of these squads at the free throw line this afternoon. All right, Chargers have the ball, goes into the short corner on the left side, back out. Penetration there by Sudman, and that basket is good. Pulls the Chargers within 8 at 44-36. Basket there by Madison Rogan for the Chargers. So we've got dribble penetration. Dribble penetration there by Olivia Ritter, but Ritter's going to get called for shuffling her feet, and it's going to be turnover number 10 for the Trojans. Turnovers are now 10-6 in favor of the Chargers. Now, however, there's the 7th turnover for the Chargers as Slattery's able to steal that pass down there. Oh, turnover number 11 for the Trojans as Slaughter picks the pocket, gets the offensive rebound off of the missed shot and puts it right back in. So good hustle by Slaughter on that. And we have a 6-point ball game now with 1:42 left in the half. Ball goes inside to Walsdorf. Walsdorf's going to take a dribble. She's going to step through, but miss that little 3-footer, 4-footer from the right side. Chargers going to push it hard, go up strong, and there is another basket for Deichler. That is going to be her 12th point of that game. Penetration by Slattery, and we're going to get a bump call there against Wingert. That will be her 2nd foul of the ball game. Still only the 4th foul, so neither team is anywhere as close to shooting bonus free throws yet. Slattery inbounds it over to Huber. Huber's going to get it inside to Fick. Pass was just a little high and ends up being a turnover. Bringing the ball down the floor is Sudman for the Chargers. She kicks it off. Ball's going down to the baseline. Nice penetration and the dribble there by Slaughter. And I'm sorry, not by Slaughter. That was by Sudman. And Sudman picks up her 13-point three-pointer, hits the front of the rim and rolls out there for Sydney Fick. Chargers back down with the ball. 42 seconds left in the half. And the Chargers have a chance to tie or take the lead with the bucket, and they've tied it up. Tell you, that has been a great play for the Chargers. Get the ball down in that low, short corner there for Madeline Deichler. She takes a good, hard power dribble, elevates up, and puts it in the hole. So we have a tie ball game. 20 seconds left in the half. Trojans holding for the last shot. Ball's going to come over to Fick. Fick's going to take the three-pointer, and just like the last shot, hits short, rolls out for her, and now the Chargers are going to have a shot with 6 seconds to go. Pressure up front by the Trojans. Penetration, off-balance shot, and that is going to be the end of the half. An exciting half. Both fans got to see some great play out of their teams, and we are tied at 44 heading into the break. So that 14-point lead that the Trojans had midway through the second quarter is now gone. Chargers did a great job of, as I said, attacking from that low baseline and getting some offensive boards and getting to the free throw line. So two squads, again, you don't expect them to let up. Trojans are receiving votes to be a top 25 team, and the Chargers are ranked number 22 in the country. So we're going to take a short break here, 15-minute halftime, take a short break and come back in a few minutes and talk about the halftime stats. same old.
I saw Taylor. I said,
Yeah,
do you remember me?
she's hanging out in there in the office.
I said, do you remember me?
Loves
She said,
basketball as much as he always has.
she's like, you and Bree used to shove me in lockers. I was like,
I have a picture of that still on my phone of her
I
looking
said
out of
that.
the lock like,
I have so many pictures of
think
her
this
on the
is
bus
funny, but
too. I know.
DSU Athletics is proud to sponsor
What are
the
you doing the
Fieldhouse.
camera?
I'm doing the live stream. Yeah.
Outstanding health services they offer to our community.
Not many people around during the break, so we all fill in. At least I know this one better. I was doing some volleyball games and went home and I said, Doc, how'd I do? She goes, well, your enthusiasm is technically, you don't know anything about volleyball. Like, yeah, I can't even deny that
True,
one. So,
true. You'd be impressed. I still play twice a week. I'm on a women's league.
don't tell me that after you didn't play anymore. It's a couple of years.
No, I'm not. You know what though? I take off one season because I tried to run a half marathon. I tried to run a half marathon and like the month before it was getting to the point where I would like get out of bed and I couldn't even, so I had to drop out. Like it was, yeah.
I don't think distance running is ever going to be.
But I'm good at it. But I'm good at it. Oh really?
Say,
My feet would say otherwise. And they look even worse than they did before. I went up like a shoe size. Yeah, no, they suck. If I do even, I was trying to do Pilates like low impact. It's like if I
surgery on both of those.
It almost made the bump pain went away, but it's like the Achilles itself just gets like so tight, so sore. It's not even the bump anymore. It's just like I just think it's such a big tent. You know what I mean? You're never gonna really recover from that.
Yeah, I'm sure they did some changes in there when they went in and shaved all that off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Better jump back on here and do my stats. See ya. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, and we are back here at the Fieldhouse at Dakota State University with the halftime score of 44-44 for the Chargers and the Trojans, about what you'd expect out of two teams that are either ranked in the top 25 or receiving votes from it, and it's been an exciting game. Trojans came out and built up a 14-point lead at one point in the second quarter. The Chargers came back very strong after that, finished with some great penetration, great individual moves down on the baseline, and they tied the ball game up just before the half. So let's take a look at our halftime stats for the Chargers. They are shooting 18 of 38 from the field for 47%. Trojans are 16 of 33 for 48.5%. So not much difference between the two squads there. In the three-point range, Trojans are 7 of 13, while the Chargers are 3 of 8. So we've got 53.8% for the Trojans and 37.5 point. Plus the Trojans have taken 5 more threes than the Chargers have. And from the free throw line, both of them are 5 of 6 for 83%. So as you can see, both squads are doing a really nice job of executing their game plan, getting good shots, and then putting them down. The one thing that the pressure defense by both squads has done is force some turnovers, and the Chargers have forced the Trojans into 12 turnovers, while DSU has forced Briar into only 7. However, in points off turnovers, that gap isn't quite as big. Chargers have scored on 7 points out of those 12 turnovers, where the Trojans have picked up 6 points out of the 7 turnovers for the Chargers. Trojans lead in the rebounding category, 22-17, with 7 offensive boards to 6 for the Chargers and 15 defensive to 11 for the Chargers. Most of the categories are as close as you would expect in a tie ball game. Assists, Chargers lead by 1, 12-11. Blocks, Trojans lead by 1, 4-3. And in steals, the Chargers have a 1 advantage there at 6 and 5. So again, pretty much everything you'd expect out of this half. Some great individual play, some great team play, and both teams are working very hard. Let's look at the individual scoring for the Chargers. Madeline Deichler leads the team with 14 points. She is 6 of 10 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She has 1 rebound to go along with that. Second in double-figure scoring is Connor Sudman, and I apologize to Connor. I was pronouncing her name Sudman through the first half, but Connor Sudman, she has 13 points. She is 6 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line, and she has 4 assists, so she's been an important part of the Charger offense here. After that, Peyton Wingard has added 5 points, Cadence Davis 3 points, Josie Connon 3, Peyton Slaughter 2, Kagan held 2, and Madison Rogan 2 points, for a total of 44 points. For the Trojans, they are led by Savannah Waldorf and Elsie Asleason, who both have 7 points. So you see a lot of balance here with the Trojans. 2 leading scorers have 7. Walsdorf is 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point line. Asleason is 3 for 4 from the field and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Walsdorf has pulled down 7 rebounds, Asleason 3 to lead the Trojans in those 2 categories. Courtney Menning follows up. Her and Morgan Huber have 6 points each. Courtney's 2 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line with 2 assists, while Huber is 2 for 3 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, and she has 3 assists. So the 2 guards doing a nice job of not only scoring, but creating offensive opportunities for others. Lily Mackley comes in with 5 points on 2 for 4 shooting from the field and 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Lily brings in 3 rebounds and 2 assists as well. Then Olivia Ritter, Sydney Fick both have 4. Caitlin Dyer has 3 points, and my screen just did a quick change, but Caitlin Dyer has 3 points, and Angela Slattery has 2 for the Trojans, and they're 44 points. So we are at the end of the half. Dakota State led 23-18 at halftime. Briarcliff came back and outscored the Trojans 26-21 in the second quarter, and now the Chargers have started off the third quarter with the ball. Ball goes into the high post. There's Deisler. Kicks it back out. Deisler's going to slide down into the short corner. Ball goes into Sudman. And we have a basket there by Sudman on the right-hand drive. So Chargers score first to start the third quarter. Take a 46-44 lead. Got penetration by Huber. She kicks it out. Long entry pass into the post for Asleason. And Asleason goes up strong and powers her way up in for a basket. And we are tied again. A little pressure right at the half-court line. Chargers handle it easily. There's going to be a jump shot at that spot. Chargers have been really proficient at getting the ball into that little 6-7 foot spot there. And just this time, Sudman was not able to finish it. We're going to have a 3-point shot there by Huber. Offensive rebound by Asleason. And we've got a foul call. Foul is going to go on Briarcliff, and that is against Kagan Held. For Kagan, that is her first foul. Trojans are going to enter it on the baseline, and the ball goes inside to Lily Mackley, and she's able to lay it up on the left-hand side for a bucket. Trojans back on top now by 2. Half-court trap, successful, but then they're able to get it out. Ball goes inside, and on the penetration, Sudman draws the foul on Asleason.
Fouls on Trojans number 20, Elsie Asleason.
For Elsie, that is her third foul, so she's going to have to go to the bench early with 8:45 left in the third quarter. Sydney Fick will come in and replace her. And going to the free throw line is Sudman, and she gets the roll on the first shot. 6 of 7, and now 7 of 8 from the Chargers, so they continue to be very proficient from the free throw line and make the Trojans pay every time that they foul. We got Mackley with the ball. She's going to dribble over to the left side. She's going to hand it off to, or pass to Savannah Walsdorf, and Walsdorf will hit the 3. For Savannah, that is her 10th point of the ball game. Pressure again. Chargers handle it. They're going to get the ball into the middle, and there's a really nice pass over to Deichler from Sudman. Sudman has done a lot of damage in that high post penetration that she's had, whether it's scoring it herself or kicking it off to Deichler. Pass goes inside to Fick. Fick comes up a little short on that shot, and Chargers are going to get the ball and have a chance to take the lead now as they trail 51 to 50. There's penetration there by Sudman. Turnover though. Walsdorf is pushing the advantage. She's going to take it strong to the hole. Come up short. She gets the offensive rebound back, and she is going to be fouled. So Walsdorf gets the defensive rebound and goes coast to coast. Misses the first layup, picks up her board, and is now going to the free throw line. That foul, I believe, was on Kagan Held for the Chargers. Walsdorf hits her first free throw. And she gets the second one. So Trojans are 7 of 8 from the free throw line, the same as the Chargers. And that is point number 12 for Walsdorf. All right, Trojans are going to extend their pressure again instead of waiting for them at half court. Chargers use their 2-1-2 set, handle it easily. And now we've got the ball on the baseline. We've got penetration, and that's a really nice step-through move by Kagan Held. Penetrated in. Defense, Sydney Fick stepped up to stop the penetration. She just stepped through and hit the nice little jumper. We're going to kick it outside. Walsdorf's going to try again for a second three of the half, but it is not successful. And Chargers come down with it as Held brings the ball down for them. Chargers able to continue to try and get the ball inside to work it. Sudman on the penetration and the kick out, and that three is going to be off. But Chargers, Sudman, going to track it down, get the rebound, and get a new shot clock for the Chargers. There's that entry into Sudman at the top. She kicks it back out for the three, and Held is successful. Puts down the three and gives the Chargers a 2-point lead at 55-53. If you can hear, it's a nice crowd here at the Fieldhouse. Charger fans came in good numbers, and you can see here their excitement, and a good crowd here for the Trojans as well. Only thing really missing is a good student crowd, but of course all of the students are home for the Christmas break. And we've got a full line change here for the Trojans as they bring in a new squad here with 6:10 remaining in the third quarter. Mackley is going to inbound the ball from the right sideline. With the Trojans trailing 53-55. Pass goes inside to Asleason, but Deichler gets a hand on it, knocks it loose, and the Chargers force another turnover. That is turnover number 13 for the Trojans. Pass goes inside to Sudman, almost picked off. That pass almost goes by a cutting Held. And another inside jump shot, not successful. Asleason grabs the rebound. She kicks it out to Mackley. Mackley on the break. Huber with a nice dish off to Angela Slattery, and Slattery finishes it with the left-hand layup. So nice pass by Huber, and Slattery with a nice left-hand layup. And here's a three-point shot, and it goes down for Josie Connon. So both teams have come out of the locker room shooting the ball well. Fans are getting to see a lot of offense here. Three-point shot there, and that is not going to be successful, but we're going to have a foul called, and it looks like it's going to go against the Chargers. It does. Foul is on number 11, Peyton Slaughter, and that is Peyton's third foul. So, no, she stays in the ballgame. The two substitutions are other Chargers. So Trojans have the ball. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Huber's going to push it over. Got penetration by Lillian Mackley. Huber lays it off inside, but not able to secure it. The pass to Asleason, and Chargers come out of it with a 3-point lead and a chance to extend it more. Chargers have done a lot of things really well this third quarter and latter part of the second quarter to get themselves in after being down by double digits to the Trojans. There's a little pull-up jump shot by Peyton Slaughter. 12-footer hits the rim and bounces over. Mackley brings the ball down, kicks it outside to Menning. Menning's going to dribble across the lane. She's going to kick it outside, and that three is going to be good for Angela Slattery, and that ties the ball game at 58. Three-point shooting. The Trojans are 9 of 18 for 50%. There's a rarity as Deichler misses that little 7-footer on the baseline. She's been very, very good at that so far this ball game. Menning with the ball down on the right baseline. She's going to put it on the floor. She's going to get a kick out. Slattery's going to go for another three, and she nails it. That's going to be 10th point for Slattery. 10 for 19, so the Trojans are over 50% from the three-point line. And there's Slattery going for a steal at the half-court area. Doesn't quite get there and picks up her second foul of the ball game. All right, we got 3 new Trojans coming in. We got 2 new Chargers coming in. So obviously the pace of this game is up and down. Both teams are going to be subbing pretty regularly. Chargers are going to inbound over on the side. Sudman is going to make the entry pass there. Goes back deep to Rogan. She's going to initiate the offense over to the right side. Comes back to Rogan. Rogan's going to put it on the floor. And she's going to get a nice little 12-foot jump shot. Hits the front of the rim, comes up short. Pushing it down the floor is Mackley. Mackley's going to dribble it in and then pull it back out. Goes over to Walsdorf. Walsdorf got a dribble. She brings it over to the left side and just misses the 3-foot runner. Good pressure up front by by Caitlin Dyer. We've got a 3-point shot, and that is good for Rogan. Madison picks up her second basket of the ball game and has 5 points total now, and ties the ball game at 61. Got Walsdorf. Passes down there to Mackley. Mackley's putting it on the floor. Kicks it out. Cadence Davis gets a hand on and knocks that out of bounds. Still going to be Trojan ball with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Trojans will inbound it over on the side. Slattery will make the inbounds pass. Going to come into Caitlin Dyer. Dyer's going to put it on the floor, go left, and little miscommunication between her and Ritter. Ritter got ready to make a backdoor cut. Oh, wait a minute. Ball was touched by the Chargers. I didn't see that from up here. So Trojans are getting another shot with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. High entry pass into Fick, and Fick is going to get fouled. Foul is going to go against Madeline Deichler. For Madeline, that is her second foul of the ball game. And it's going to be the 4th foul on the Chargers for this quarter. So whereas the 2 teams had only 4 fouls each in the entire first half, Chargers now have 4 to start the third quarter. First shot by Fick is missed, so she will get her second attempt here, and the second one is good. For Sydney, that is her 5th point of the ball game. 1-2-2 press here by the Trojans. They're waiting to try and cut them off at half court, and they almost are successful. Stepping in to intercept that is Sydney Fick, and ends up going out of bounds, and Chargers will get the ball back again on the right sideline. Pass comes outside to Rogan. Rogan's going to initiate the offense on the right side. Passes over to Held. Held's going to bring it back to the top and go over to Rogan on the right side. trying to find Sudman on that high post where she's been very effective. And that is a long three by Madison Rogan, but it's nothing but net. And Chargers go up 64-62 with that basket. 8 points now for Rogan. Little mishandle, and that three-pointer is not going to be good, but Walsdorf comes crashing into the board and picks it up. Walsdorf's back with the ball again now. Looking inside for Fick. Good defense there. Stops the entry pass. And we've got a skip pass all the way to the opposite side for a three by Slattery. Offensive board though, but we get called for a travel on that play. Coach Moe is trying to explain that Trojan got bumped a little from behind, but as with most of these, the official does not change their mind. All right, Chargers are going to bring it up the floor with a 2-point lead. They throw a long pass, and it's picked off by Slattery. Slattery's bringing it down the right side. He's going to swing it over to Ritter. Ritter's got it to Walsdorf. Walsdorf's on the right-hand penetration. Now goes back left. Now comes back right. And she's going to turn, pivot, and shoot it. Miss, but Asleason grabs the rebound. And on the shot, we're going to have a foul on Briar Cliff. Looks like it's going to go against Connor Sudman. Yep, it is, and that is Connor's second foul. Elsie Asleason goes, hits her first free throw. Brings the Trojans within one. Second chance here will tie the ball game as Asleason picks up her 10th and 11th point of the ball game from the free throw line. All right, Trojans are set up in their 1-2-2 set. Chargers bring it down, looking for that trap just over half court, able to get away from it. Ball comes down on the baseline to Deichler, and she takes one dribble, jumps up, and puts the little 4-footer in and gives the Chargers a 2-point lead again. Ritter with the penetration, kickoff to Asleason on the left side. Asleason misses it, but we have a whistle. There's a couple of bodies ended up on the floor there. We'll see where the call is and who the call is against. It looks like the call is going to go against the Chargers. And it will be on Madeline Deichler. Deichler picks up her third foul here. And back at the free throw line is Elsie Asleason, who just hit 2 in a row. And she is going to hit 2 more. So Elsie's offensive board and subsequent free throw line attempts end up tying the ball game again. With 20 seconds to go, Chargers are going to be holding for one shot here. Trojans picking up, pressuring there. Ball goes into Sudman at the high post. She lays it off to Deichler, swing it back out. And we're down to 8 seconds there. Back inside. And that shot is going to end up being missed by Sudman. And the long attempt by Savannah Walsdorf comes up short as well. So we were tied at 44 at halftime. We are tied at 66 at the end of the third quarter. Stadium Sports Grill, serving great food and Dakota State University athletics, partners in promoting DSU athletic success. Dakota State University Athletic Department extends its thanks to its partner, Sunshine Foods, for its commitment to serve the grocery needs of Madison and the local area. The men's developmental basketball team will return to action on Monday, January 9th, when they take on Dakota Wesleyan at the Fieldhouse here in Madison. JV have 2 teams, and so the first of the doubleheader begins at 6 o'clock that night. Remember, we have 2 ball games on Tuesday night. The women will be on the road at Orange City, Iowa, taking on number 15 Northwest College in Orange City, Iowa. Another great matchup between those 2 squads. And the men will be hosting Morningside out of the GPAC Conference in a 7 o'clock bout at the Fieldhouse on Tuesday evening. So join the ladies and watch them at 6 o'clock live stream, and then come watch the men at 7 o'clock at the Fieldhouse. Again, exciting ball game. Trojans built a 14-point lead early in the second quarter, only to see the Chargers come back and tie it at 44 at halftime. Two teams have battled, both scoring 22 here in the third quarter. And we are going to start the fourth quarter tied at 66 with the Chargers ball. Ball goes inside, down to the short baseline there. Asleason gets a piece of it, gets 2 pieces of it. And Deichler is denied a basket there by Elsie Asleason. Elsie's going to dribble down. She's going to kick it out to Huber. Huber's going to miss the three-pointer. Rebounded by, looks like rebounded, yes, by Sudman. Sudman pushes the ball down the floor and draws the foul. Draws the foul on Courtney Menning. And that is Courtney's first of the ball game. It is obviously the first team foul of the fourth quarter for the Trojans. All right, Chargers initiating their offense. Looking inside again for that high post entry pass that's been very effective for them. Ball goes inside now to Deichler, comes back outside, short corner, and that jump shot by Peyton Wingard, about a 15-footer, hits, looks like it was going to roll out and then came back in. Chargers up by 2, 68-66. Menning dribbles down, takes it over to the corner. Lily Mackley penetrates, and there's a three-pointer for Walsdorf. Hits the rim, bounces out. Chargers have the board. Chargers lead by 2 now with this possession, looking to extend it. Ball's inside, comes inside to Wingert. Wingert on the drive to the left side. Block occurs by Asleason, but the officials say that she got a little too much arm on that one. And we will have Peyton Wingert headed to the free throw line. Free throw line has been a good place for both squads tonight. Chargers are shooting 7 of 8, 87.5% from the free throw line, while the Trojans are 12 of 14 for 85.7%. So neither team has missed very many free throws. 8 of 9 now, and 9 of 10 for the Chargers as they build a 4-point lead here, 70-66, with 8:38 remaining in the ball game. Menning coming down, right side penetration, gets it off to Slattery. Slattery's going to take a dribble, throw across court to Walsdorf. Walsdorf has her pocket picked by Sudman. And the Chargers are going to get a turnover after it goes out of bounds, touched by the Trojans. Both teams' defenses are gearing up a notch here. So we get rolling down the stretch. There's a cross-court pass that's picked off by Slattery. Menning down on the attack. Slattery kicks it out to Slattery. Comes back to Huber. Huber makes a nice diagonal pass to Walsdorf. But Sudman got a piece of that one and the defensive rebound. So really nice play by the Chargers. Sudman pulls up there for the 3, isn't able to get it. But Wingert comes down with the offensive rebounds, and the Chargers are going to get another try at this one, leading by 4. Inside the high post, goes inside to Wingert, and Wingert is going to be fouled by Angela Slattery. So high-low post diagonal, very successful there for the Chargers. Got a full line change coming in for the Trojans with 7:45 remaining in the ball game. And back to the free throw line is Wingert. Peyton is now 6 of 7 from the free throw line with 10 points. Misses the second one, so 6 of 8 from the free throw line. And Chargers are building that lead. They're up by 5 now, 71-66. Penetration. Oh, there's an errant pass by Caitlin Dyer, picked off by the Chargers, and they're on the break. Goes inside to Sudman. Sudman's going to power it up over Mackley, and she is going to hit the bucket, and that's going to draw a timeout from David Moe as his squad is now down by 8 points. Excuse me, 7 points at 66-73. Congratulations to 2 Trojan volleyball athletes on being named to the 2022 NEIA Women's Volleyball All-American Honorable Mention Team. Hannah Veet was named to the All-American Honorable Mention squad for the 2nd straight year after leading the team with 150 blocks. Sydney Schell, a sophomore from Northwestern High School, was also named to the Honorable Mention All-American team after racking up 469 kills. Congratulations to both Hannah and Sydney and the Trojan volleyball team. Rosebud Wood Products, a proud partner of DSU Athletics and a supplier of quality wood products to its customers nationwide. Thank you to Brian Kern and the team at Rosebud Wood Products. Heartland Energy is partnering with Dakota State University Athletics and providing critical energy needs and providing power to fuel our economy. Great supporter of Trojan Athletics, Heartland Energy. And a big thank you to our partner in athletics, Madison Regional Health Systems, for their services to improve the health of the local community. All right, 7:23 remaining in the ball game. Chargers have built up a 7-point lead here at 73-66. Trojans on the attack now. Ball comes into Vick at the high post. Kicks it back out, going over to Ritter on the baseline. She's going to dribble out, and we've got a 3 for Caitlin Dyer that hits the rim and bounces around and then is rebounded by the Chargers. Chargers are on the break here, and they are going to get a foul and go back to the free throw line. It looks like Wingert will be headed to the free throw line again. Foul is going to be on Sydney Fick. That is her 3rd of the ball game. And for Wingert, she's going back to the free throw line where she's had a nice day. She's 6 of 8 right now. Coming out of the ball game is Slattery, and Walsdorf is going to come back in. Here's the first of 2 free throws for Peyton. And she continues that streak. She's 7 of 9 right now. And builds up an 8-point lead for the Chargers. The second one is rolls around and comes out, but that rebound is not secured by Sydney Fick, and Chargers are going to get a chance to add another bucket here. Inbounding the ball will be Sudman for the Chargers. Comes into Rogan. Rogan's going to bring it over to Sudman, going into the short corner. Trojans are going to try and put a little pressure on it, and there is Sudman with the 3-point attempt, comes up short. And on that rebound, we're going to get a foul called on Madeline Deichler, and that is Madeline's 4th. So she's going to have to leave the ball game with 6:42 left. Trojans are going to inbound the ball here, trailing by 8. Bringing it down right now is Caitlin Dyer. Dyer initiating the offense. Looks like they want to run a high post screen and roll. Dyer gets it out, kicks it out to the corner for Ritter. Ritter's going to take it to the hole, spin, and get fouled by Peyton Slaughter. This is going to be number 4 on Peyton. And Ritter is going to go to the free throw line. She's going to hit the first one for Olivia. That makes her 3 for 3 so far in the ballgame from the free throw line. And there is the second one, no good. But Walsdorf picks up the offensive board and puts it in. So 3-point trip down the floor for the Trojans. Cross-court pass made. Oh, there's an interesting call by Trojan fans. So we got Peyton Winger, dribbles in, turns around and kicks it out to where she feels her teammate is. It ends up going out of bounds, but the officials are going to call a blocking call. trying to still find out who the blocking call was against. But Trojan fans were not very pleased with that call. Obviously, the Charger fans were. And now we've got a mishandle by the officials and getting the ball to winger. So we'll try this again. All right, and Peyton continues to do an outstanding job at the free throw line. She is now 9 for 12 from the three-point line, so shooting 75% and racking up a lot of free throws while she's doing it. Lead is back up to 7 now for the Chargers. Gonna do a little weave here. Mackley's gonna take it strong to the hole, and she is gonna get fouled by Josie Connon. Josie, that's going to be her first free foul of the night. And for Mackley, this is going to be her first attempt from the free throw line, and it's good. Lily has 8 points right now. She's 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, and now she's 2 of 2. So Trojans get a little closer, 71-76, still a 5-point lead with 6:04 remaining in the ball game. Trojans are able to poke it loose there, and the officials are saying it went off of Kagan Held, so Trojans are going to get the ball back and a chance to close this gap a little bit more. Inbounding the ball is Courtney Menning. She's going to end up getting it into Huber. Huber's going to go over to Slattery. And now Courtney's penetrating again, back out to Huber. Shot fake there, penetration, and a really nice diagonal layoff to Sydney Fick. So great job by Angela Slattery making the penetration and then making that nice little diagonal bounce pass. 3-point ball game now with the Chargers with the ball. Momentum shift a little bit here. Chargers were able to build up an 8-point lead, but now the Trojans have got it cut back to 3, and that foul shot by Held ends up being a little bit long. Trojans are on the attack now. Dribble penetration, and Slattery is going to get fouled as she dribbles in, does a reverse pivot, and tries to put it up off the left side of the glass. That foul is going to go against Josie Condon. And right now, Brian Ortmeyer is going to take a timeout, see if he can get momentum switched a little bit here as the Trojans are headed to the free throw line. DSU Athletics would like to recognize DSU partner Prostrello Auto Mall in providing quality vehicles and service to Madison and the surrounding region. And Trojan Athletics welcome Persona with Midwestern values and a dedicated work ethic. Persona is one of the top 5 largest sign providers in the United States. 2nd Street Diner in Madison is bringing the good times back with great burgers, awesome ice cream, and breakfast all day. DSU Athletics thanks 2nd Street Diner for its support. So we have 5:15 remaining. Angela Slattery is at the free throw line. For Slattery, this will be her first free throws of the ball game, and she comes up a little short on the first one. Angela has 10 points for the night. She's 4 for 10 from the field and 2 for 5 from behind the arc. And she is 1 for 2 now from the free throw line. Walsdorf coming back into the ball game, and she's going to replace Lily Mackley. And Trojans are up in their pressure defense. Almost get a trap there, but the Chargers get it out. They're going to throw it long, and it's going to come down to Madeline Deichler, and she is going to hit the bucket and get fouled by LCS Leeson. So that brings the score 78-74. Deichler is going to go to the free throw line for the and one. And that one misses long. Rebound by Courtney Menning. Trojans down 4 with 5:03 to go. Ball comes to Walsdorf. Right side penetration comes to the left. She passes it off to Fick inside. And Fick is going to get called. Fick is going to be fouled on a jump shot inside off of the feed from Walsdorf. Charger fans are not very happy with that one. And that is going to be the 5th foul for Madeline Deichler. So Madeline is going to leave the ball game as the leading scorer for the Chargers with 20 points. That's a big loss for Brian Ortmeyer as he heads down to this last 5 minutes of the ball game. Fick hits the first one and misses the second one. Brings the Trojans within 3 at 75-78. Suitman brings the ball down, hands it off to Held. A little weave here. Chargers are looking for that high post entry. That's been a good offensive piece for them. Skip pass for the Chargers, and there's another skip pass. Slattery steps in and picks it off. She's going to take it down, and she is going to get fouled on the drive. I believe the foul is going to go against Madison Rogan. Going to go against Kagan Held, and that is Kagan's 2nd foul of the ball game. So back to the free throw line is Angela Slattery. Angela hits that first one. She's now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And she gets the second one to fall down for her. And this lead now is down to 1 point for the Chargers at 78-77. Both teams have 5 fouls, so getting close to the bonus for both squads with 4:26 remaining. Both fans are not really happy with the officiating right now. A little contact by both squads. There's Suitman with a little runner. She wasn't able to get it, but she's able to corner it, kick it back out to someone else. She misses the offensive rebound, and then she's going to get fouled on the second offensive rebound by Sydney Fick. So good hard work there by Suitman. First of all, with the penetration and a nice pass, and then a couple of offensive rebounds, and she ends up back at the free throw line. Connor is 2 for 2 so far from the free throw line. Pretty much everyone has hit their free throws tonight. Chargers going into that one with 13 of 17 for 76.5%. They're 13 of 18 now with Connor with her 2nd attempt. And that one hits and rolls out. So it is still a 1 point game. Trojans now with the ball and an opportunity to take the lead. There's a backdoor pass. And that one rolls in. Mike and Vincent makes a nice pass to Savannah Walsdorf, and Walsdorf finishes it off, and the Trojans are back up by 1, 79-78. Trojans putting pressure on here, a little bit higher with their trap. Now they're going to fall back into their offense. Ball goes inside to Suitman. She kicks it off out into the corner, and that 3 is no good. Slattery comes down with the rebound. 3:27 remaining in the ball game. Long pass down to Huber. Huber thinks about it, kicks it back out to Slattery. On the dribble now is Dyer. Comes back out to Huber. Huber's going to take it to the left side, and she is going to draw a foul on Josie Connon. Trojans keep attacking that rim, and they have had some success at getting some fouls now on the Chargers. For Connon, that is number 3. As we were saying at the last set of free throws, both teams are hitting their free throws. Trojans right now are 19 of 24 for 79% from the free throw line. For Huber, that one hits, rolls around, pops up, and then falls through for her. So that is Morgan's first free throw of the night. She's successful with it. She's going to get number 2 here with 3:13 remaining. and she nails that, and now the Trojans have a 3-point lead. So being down 5 just a couple of minutes ago, the Trojans have went on an 8-point scoring run here and pulled up by 3. Pressure's put on. Chargers handle this one easily and ready to set their offense again. Ball goes into Sudman at the high post. She's taking a couple dribbles. It's going to get knocked loose, and we've got both sides wanting a foul called. And it looks like it's going to go against Connor Sudman. For Connor, that is going to be her 3rd foul, but it is still not bonus time. So Trojans will get the ball with 2:59 remaining in the ball game. Menning brings the ball up the floor, gets the offense rolling. Out into the corner for Slattery. Trojans mishandle it, ball's picked off. Chargers on the run there, and Kagan Held is going to go to the free throw line after the foul. That foul is going to be on Mike and Vincent, and that is her first foul of the ball game. So we are back to the free throw line. First half, there were very few fouls, very few free throws. Second half, the intensity's picked up quite a bit, and now both teams are spending a lot of time at the free throw line. So for Held, that was her first free throw of the night that she misses. She's got her second attempt here. And that one's going to be good. Pulls the Chargers within 2 at 79-81. 2:36 left in the ball game. Trojans set up their 1-4 high offense. Looking inside there, see if they can get into Walsdorf in that low post. Doesn't happen. There's a pick set. Walsdorf gets the ball at the top of the key. She's going to dribble to the baseline. Going to kick over. Ball's going to end up with Macklin inside to Fick. And we're going to have a jump ball off of that as Peyton Wingert ties up Sydney Fick. Possession arrow goes to the Trojans, so Trojans are going to get the ball back with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Comes inside, and Courtney Manning's going to take the 3. It's going to bounce and come down in the hands of the Chargers. Chargers are going to push it up the floor here. Sudman with the ball, back outside, looking inside for Sudman at that high post. A lot of pressure at the top by Menning. Sudman's going to take it strong to the hole, and she's going to hit the right-hand layup and tie this ball game up. So that is 21 points for Connor Sudman. She's going to lead all scorers. Menning's initiating the offense on the left side, the left-hand dribble. It's going to be kicked loose there by Kagan Held. Trojans going to retain the ball with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Tie ball game here. Good defense by the Chargers, forced the long outlet there, or long entry pass. There's a backdoor cut. There's a pass over to to Fick. And Sydney is going to go to the free throw line. Some nice penetration, some good passing, good hustle by the Chargers, but they end up being called for the foul, and that one's going to go against Madison Rogan. And for Madison, that is just her first free throw, or first foul of the night. All right, Sydney Fick hits that first free throw. For Sydney, she is now 5 for 7. She is 6 for 8 from the free throw line and builds a 2-point lead for the Trojans. Got a substitution here. This is going to allow the Trojans to get their press set up. In a 2-2-1 here, full court. Going to slow play things a little bit. Ball goes into the middle to Sudman, and so the Chargers handle this one easily, and they are in their offense. Again, looking for Sudman at that free throw line for the entry there. Goes inside now to her. She kicks it back outside. It's going to come outside for the 3. And that 3 is going to bounce loose, but it's going to be rebounded by Slaughter, and Chargers are going to get another shot at it. On the drive here, there's the kick out over to Sudman, and that pass is going to be kicked off by Courtney Menning, and on the subsequent attack there, Rogan is going to get called for the foul as she knocks Mennings out of bounds. So for Rogan, that is foul number 2. And going to the free throw line now is no one, because we're not in the bonus yet. So Trojans are going to retain possession. They have a 2-point lead with 58.6 seconds remaining in the ball game. So big defensive stand here for the Chargers. Need to get a stop and need to get a bucket at the other end on their next 2 possessions. Manning's going to dribble in and then bring it back out and reset the offense. Comes over to Walsdorf, back into the corner to Slattery. Slattery's going to put it on the ground. She's going to end up kicking it out. Walsdorf's got it. Going to pull up, shoot the little 6-footer, and she hits it to extend the lead to 4 points. Chargers going to push it down the floor. Trojans jumped into their press to slow things down a little bit. Ball over here to Rogan, and that 3-pointer is not going to be good, but it's going to be an offensive rebound. Offensive rebound for Peyton Slaughter. And now we see, is there going to be a travel on Slaughter, or is it going to be a foul on the Trojans? Nope, it's going to be neither. It's going to be a jump ball with possession arrow going to the Chargers. Coach Ortmeyer is going to take a timeout here with his Chargers trailing by 4. 25.6 seconds remaining, but Chargers have the ball. DSU Athletics welcomes Fox Promo and Fox Print, delivering high-quality creative print and apparel solutions that exceed expectations. Thank you to Troy Fox. Locally owned and operated, Sporty's Bar and Grill in Madison serves up fantastic food and drinks in a relaxed atmosphere with friendly staff and top-notch service. Thanks, Sporty's, for supporting Trojan Athletics. And the Office Bar and Grill offers pizza, pasta, burgers, wine, and local area craft beers with a new option to order online through their Google page or website. Thank you for your support, the Office Bar and Grill. We are set up for a very exciting finish here. Chargers have the ball, 25.6 seconds remaining, but they are down by 4, so they need a basket here and then a quick turnaround and turnover. Get themselves a chance here at winning the ball game. DSU Athletics welcomes Madison Discount Liquor, their locally operated Zip gas station and liquor store. Here we go. Entry here for the Chargers. It's going to come out to the top. Penetration there, and there's the pull-up jump shot, and it's good by Kagan Held. Timeout goes to the Trojans. So Kagan hits her 10th point of the game on that little 10-foot jump shot and pulls the Chargers to within 2, 85-83. DSU is going to take a 20-second timeout here, looks like, and they're going to have the ball with 20.3 seconds left. This is going to be a situation, my guess is the Chargers are going to work hard to steal the inbounds, possibly even get one trap, and if that isn't successful, they'll have to foul and put the Trojans on the free throw line with hopefully at least somewhere between 10 and 15 seconds left, so they have a good opportunity to attack the basket and tie or win the ball game. So as we expected, we were tied at 44 at the end of the half. We were tied at 66 at the end of 3, and now we are at 85-83 with 21 seconds left to go. Pizza Ranch is a family-friendly buffet restaurant offering pizza, chicken, salad bar, and dessert. Thank you for supporting DSU Athletics. The Best Western Plus Lakeview Hotel features a variety of amenities for travelers, such as indoor pool and hot tub, hot breakfast, a lounge, and a fitness center. It's a short drive to Dakota State, Lake Madison, and Lake Herman. Thank you, Best Western Plus Lakeview Hotel. All right, we have the Trojans now. Slattery's going to inbound the ball. Chargers are going to put hard pressure here, trying to steal the ball on the inbounds. Ball's going to come into Menning. Here comes the trap by the Chargers. Menning's going to get trapped there. Oh! Chargers did a really nice job of setting that up and getting Courtney trapped over on the sideline, but a reach at the last second by Connor Sudman, and that's going to put Menning at the free throw line. For Sudman, that is her 4th foul. Menning's at the free throw line here. And the first shot is good. That's a big one. It is now a 3-point game with 16.4 seconds. Menning hits this one, makes things tough for them, and she does not hit it. So we have a one-possession game with 15.8 seconds left. Chargers are going to take a timeout. Scooters is known for its convenient drive-through specialty coffee and baked and scratch pastries. Thank you for sponsoring Trojan Athletics. Inners Lake Sports Center is your destination for everything outdoors and your #1 source for everything power sports. Serving South Dakota since 1972. Thanks for supporting the Trojans. Inner Lakes Sports Center. All right, fans, we are ready to go here. It's a one-possession game. Chargers have the ball trailing by 3 at 86-83. 15.8 seconds left on the clock. And the Chargers are going to be able to inbound the ball from the front court here. So Peyton Slaughter is going to make the entry pass here. The call comes inside. Moved over to Rogan. Rogan's going to dribble to the left lane, and she's going to get it picked off. Rogan got trapped on the baseline there and had to make a tough pass, and Courtney Menning intercepts that one. And the Trojans are going to have the ball with 7.6 seconds, but they are still in the Charger end of the court, so they need to be careful with this entry pass. A mistake here, and Chargers can pick it up and get a shot at a 3 here to get it tied up. We've got a timeout now taken. I believe they said the timeout is Dakota State. So Dakota State's going to pick up a 20-second timeout here. Not sure what Coach Mo was talking to the official about, but some discussion going on over there. Well, folks, this has been a really exciting ball game. Everything that we expected out of these two teams. For the two squads, Walsdorf is leading the Trojans with 18 points, followed by Asleason with 13 and Slattery with 13 and Fick with 10. So they've got 4 in double-digit scoring. And right now, getting the ball inbounds is about the most important thing that they can do. And then go to the free throw line, assuming that Briar Cliff is going to foul on the instant catch here. And they're not able to. There they are. A little bit of clock ran off. We're down to 4.7 seconds there before Chargers were able to get that foul. And it goes against Cadence Davis. For Cadence, that's her first. But the big key is Savannah Walsdorf at the free throw line. A made free throw here. Extends it to a 2-possession game, and that should do it with 4.7 seconds left in the ball game. Walsdorf gets her second one, and that's going to be her 20th point of the ball game. Chargers going to take a timeout here and advance the ball. They're going to need to hit a very quick shot, be either a 2 or a 3, and then be able to jump into a press and see if they can get a steal. So really was a nice job by both teams. Both teams played, again, the type of ball that you would expect out of top-ranked teams in the country. As we said earlier, the two teams met at the Cattlemen's Classic in Seward, and that game went to the Chargers by, I believe, about 8 points. So in this rematch right now, 4.7 seconds to go. Chargers are going to inbound it. They're going to need to take a quick shot. And there it is. That is a long 3. And it did not go in there. So DSU hangs on and picks up the 88-83 victory in today's ball game. Great job by both squads. So let's do a quick recap here. For the teams, Trojans shot 26 of 59 from the field for 44.1%. They were 10 of 25, 40% from the three-point line, and 26 of 32, 81.3% from the free throw line. 32 free throws for the Trojans. For the Chargers, they were 31 of 69, 44.9% from the field, 7 of 19, 36.8% from the three-point line, and 14 of 21, 66.7% from the free throw line. Turnovers, Trojans had 18, and the Chargers 15. In the rebounding category, Trojans had a 10 rebound advantage there at 45 to 35. Picking up 29 defensive rebounds to 21 for the Chargers. Other than that, again, you would expect most of these categories to be pretty even, and they are. For bench points, the Trojans had a big advantage there, 31 points for their people coming off the bench versus 17 for the Chargers. Second chance points, Trojans were 16 and 9. But points in the paint, Chargers had a dominant position there at 40 points for them versus 30 for Dakota State. Individual scoring, Connor Sudman led all scorers with 21 points. Madeline Deichler had 20 points for the Chargers. Peyton Wingert and Kagan held both in double figures. Peyton with 13 and Kagan with 10. Peyton Wingert also grabbed 10 rebounds, and Peyton Slaughter had 11 rebounds to lead the Chargers in that category. For the Trojans, Savannah Walsdorf led the Trojans with 20 points on 7 of 17 field goals, 2 for 4 from the three-point line and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Savannah also had 13 rebounds to lead the Trojans in that area. Elsie Asleason and Angela Slattery both had 13 points. Elsie also contributed 9 rebounds before she fouled out of the ball game. Sydney Fick was the 4th Trojan to score in double figures with 10 points, and Lily Mackley and Morgan Huber close to double figures as well with 9 for Mackley and 8 for Huber. So again, big day for the Trojans. They are able to pick up the win and improve their record to 9-4, and they will return to action Tuesday night on the road at number 15 nationally ranked Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa. So tune in for the 6 o'clock tip-off. Thank you for joining us today, and if we don't see you again, have a very Merry Christmas and a great holidays.